Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of DC Collectors TV. Today we are taking a look at the DC Collectibles DC Essentials Aquaman figure. Now this is number 7 in the DC Essentials line, and this one was sculpted by Paul Harding. Now let's take a look at the box. You can see it has a nice orange color to the box to complement Aquaman. There's the Aquaman logo on the top. Bottom of the box, so you can see all the good stuff there. Give you a look at the side of the box. Features Aquaman and then the numbering of the figure. Turn this around, you get a nice window to the back, and then of course the back of the box, which shows the other figures in this line: Superman, Brainiac, and can't have Aquaman without a Black Manta figure. And then of course you get a little bit of detail about Aquaman up here, but if you're watching this, you probably already know who Aquaman is. One cool thing about this one, he does come with an accessory, his trident, so that is a really cool thing because most of these don't. But now this is an earlier figure, so I believe that the earlier figures did come with accessories. Let's take a look at Aquaman and let's break this guy open. Here is Aquaman all out of the box, and you can see he does come with his trusty trident and a very cool orange shiny paint scheme. So right away the paint scheme is really awesome, and on these DC Essentials figures I've been really liking the paint color, the choice of colors, and just the overall paint application on these figures. So let's take a little deep dive into him, get a nice look at his face. Nice, pretty decent paint job, no marks or smears or anything like that with the face that I can tell. You can notice his head turns all the way around. There's if you look right there, it's just some issues where the plastic was put together, some mold places that weren't really shaved down all that well. So that's okay. I'm not looking at him from the side. The haircut, the hair color looks pretty decent. It looks like it has like maybe a dark brown wash on it. I really like the gold around his neck. Colors really pop. There's no real paint issues that I see. Even around the back, there's nothing that really stands out, and of course the legs are green, so it's all molded plastic. I don't think that that's a different color, so all that's good. Now he comes with the typical articulation that you could come to expect from these lines. This is the standard buck body. The only difference here is the textured suit, the textured torso and arms. That might be a little bit different, or it's probably the same, just sculpt, to add a little sculpt to it to give it that texture. His arms do move up and they can rotate at the shoulder. He does have bicep swivel as well, and of course he does have the double jointed elbows that everybody has come to love. He has awesome wrist articulation here. You can go forward, back, and turn all the way around. And of course I pulled this one out on accident, trying to get the trident out of his hand a while ago, so that wasn't really cool, but it's good to know that I can pull that out and it will go back in, so that's pretty cool. He does have ab crunch features. That's about, let's get his arm up so you can see, that's about as far as it'll go forward. Back, he can go about that far back, so that's pretty decent. Of course he does turn at the waist and he can go all the way around. He does have pretty good leg spread there, and of course they go back around, and he does have upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees, as you can see here. His calves do spin all the way around, and he has pretty decent spin at his ankles. I will say, and this is something that bugged me a little bit, he was very loose out of the box. His legs, and if you look at that, I pointed out look at that piece right there. That's a big old gap in between the leg and the thigh right here in this piece. That's a pretty noticeable gap. And especially when you're trying to line up the musculature right here, the way that dives down and that goes, it's all one piece. But to line it up, you still have this huge gap right here, which is not really cool. And you know what? I think I'm gonna start using this as a pointer in all my videos. It's DC, it's Aquaman's Trident, and it makes a good pointer, so I can point things out. But yeah, so far I'm not happy with that. Got some copyright information right there on the back. Overall though, I like this line of action figures. This one in particular though has got me a little worried because he's very loose, very not as stiff and not as stable as other figures in this line. And I don't know if this is part of, it's just the older figures from this line all have this issue, which I've kind of been reading some stuff online that maybe a lot of those were loose, but I don't know, we'll see. So let's stack him up with some other figures from the DC Essentials line. So there's a nice look at just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cool DC Essentials action figures, and you can see how Sinestro looks to be the tallest of all of them, and then Aquaman is next with Hal Jordan right after that, and then Nightwing and Catwoman. Here is a little Funko Mystery Mini Aquaman. Most of the Aquaman figures that I have are small. Here is a Lego Aquaman minifigure. Here's an old DC Direct figure from Aquaman. This was based on a video game. I can't remember the actual name of the game right now. As soon as it comes to me, I'll let you know. And then here is a Superpowers Aquaman from back in the day. Awesome. Alrighty, that's it. That is Aquaman from DC in the DC Essentials line. If you like, hit the subscribe button. You can also find DC Collectors on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at DC Collectors, and also visit DCCollectors.com each and every day for the latest DC Comics, toys, and collectibles news. I post every single day and also include these videos on there too. Alrighty, peace.